Hi, babe.
Hi, Ben.
Welcome to our Daily Smash for Wednesday, February 12th. I have to check my dates and days.
Oh, yeah?
The room looks beautiful. The bed looks nice.
Oh, thanks.
People were speculating that maybe the hair came from a cat.
No, it was a dog. They had a lab.
Yeah, a black lab.
Yep. Oh, I don't know how people deal with that. Sandra thinks that I'm neurotic. She says I should get on Paxil.
Well, I don't know about that. I mean,
I'm like, on Paxil, what I need is freaking hormones. I got my blood work done. I'm depleted of hormones. I have no testosterone or estrogen or nothing. I'm like,
well, do you think that will bring down the whatever it is that Sandra thinks you need bringing down?
you know what? Let's go ask her. She's hilarious. Okay. Let's go over here. Let's have a little reality show today.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's have a little reality show. Okay, hold on a second. All right. I want to Landman. Palm Springs mansion construction delayed due to unpaid fees. Kim Kardashian, Palm Springs.
What?
Just came under news break just now on the Daily Smash.
Breaking news?
Breaking news alert for unpaid bills.
Well, I feel like she has the money. Not like she's hurting.
I know. Maybe her assistant needs to get on it.
Yeah.
I was telling Rick that you told me I needed to get on Paxil.
Why do you say it?
I suggested that's one that in my repertoire from years ago when I was struggling with a little bit of generalized anxiety disorder and stuff like that. Just kind of took the edge off, and you could still drink on it.
Oh, that's important.
Yeah. Well, no, it is because some of these other drugs like Lexapro.
Yeah.
You'll do crazy shit. You know, it's like
right.
Yeah.
But
you want to be able to fill up a cocktail.
What is it designed to do to make her like?
Why do you think I need it?
It takes the edge off, like makes her less nervous and fidgety and just calmer.
She thinks
Calming.
she wants
It's
me.
It's either a serotonin
You get the one that knocks you out the boyfriend.
I should take
You
that.
have to do it.
I should take that.
A calmer Kelly. I'm not sure I can wrap my head around that.
Well, because I was cleaning and I'm like, she thinks like I'm like neurotic, right? With the
Yeah.
I mean, I wake up I'll fall asleep watching a movie on the couch at midnight,
No way.
and I wake up at 2 a.m. and she's still cleaning. Like it's 2 a.m.
Well, you don't have to clean this house. It just got cleaned today. They go back.
All right, I'm going back into the room.
The house got cleaned today, and they did a great job.
Okay. I'm making chicken and vegetables.
Oh,
I am so tired of eating out. I mean,
yeah.
I am so sick and tired of eating out. I'm like, I need to eat a home cooked meal.
Good. Well, I wish I could be there to eat it.
Sorry.
I had leftover pad thai for lunch.
You did?
Yeah.
How was it?
I went to this little Thai place in that same shopping center near our house where the Chinese place is. And anyway, it was very good. And the guy was apologizing to me when I went to pick up the food about the prices because he said eggs are so expensive now. You know this. They're $1 an egg. It's $12 for a dozen eggs.
Well, I was just at Jensen's right now, and I went through the line, the checkout line, and I go, $30 for C's candies, a box of them? She goes, yeah, they've been like that for a while. And she goes, and so are eggs. Eggs are $30 too. I'm like, what? And she's like, and she goes, I'm just kidding. I go, well, I totally expected it to be up to $30.
But whoever thought eggs would be $1 an egg?
Never in a million years.
Weren't a dozen eggs like not just a couple years ago, like $2 or $3 for a dozen?
Yes, I remember when I used to go color eggs with my mom, and it would be 99 cents for a dozen. Now, granted, there was probably all kinds of hormones and all other kind of crap in there.
Well, since we share personal information here, I do want to mention I went to the dermatologist this morning, and she zapped my face. I still have my TV makeup on from my Newsmax show, but she zapped my face with, like, froze it in like 6 or 7 spots. And one of them, you know, she took a little sample. She said I shouldn't worry. Happens to a lot of people. Caught it early. If it is something, but she said like only 5% of these lesions will turn into like skin cancer, but precancerous spots that she's zapped. And, you know, I feel weird talking about it, but at the same time, I want to encourage people, if you have something on your face, you should go see a dermatologist and have them look at it, because you might save your own life.
Yeah, no, I mean, Candace Gorsuch's uncle just died
From
of
cancer.
on his face.
Wow. It is
It takes
scary.
you quick.
Yeah. Well,
So I'm glad you went and did that, and I'm glad I told you to go to the dermatologist.
I got in a fight with them at the front desk about the insurance situation. And it worked. They saw me, but it was she goes,
I
yeah.
don't even know if I did get a third party plan on that. I don't even know if I did. Maybe it is a third party. I don't know, but they have great service. I can call them anytime and they call me right
Well,
back.
that's good. That's good.
So-
I wanted to share that wine and cheese place. I know we might have mentioned it last week, and I know you put it on Instagram, but I did want to give people a little bit of a look at that wine and cheese place on El Paseo in Palm Desert, if you're ever out there. Because how the people are great, and how great was the plate that they made for us.
Oh my gosh, amazing. I mean, amazing. Loved it, loved it, loved it.
The
You know,
charcuterie.
the charcuterie place, it was delicious. I love small businesses. It's a labor of love. They get all kinds of these cheeses from all around the world shipped to them.
Yeah.
And there was one of them that had like the charcoal one. I love that one. It was,
Said, remember he said, I asked him like how he knew so much about cheese. He goes, like I'm a master cheese such and such. Like he had like a title.
yeah,
Like
like
it's a
the
title.
sommelier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other thing I thought was cool is that they'll lend out the charcuterie board itself. Like I guess they said you could buy it, but typically they'll put the cheeses on a board with the fruits and stuff and lend it to you. And then they just honor system ask you to bring it back.
Yeah. It was funny. So today, this morning at 8 o'clock, I had an interview called The People's Court, kind of, with Anna, and she was on the Real Housewives of Miami.
Mm-hmm.
She's a lawyer, really smart. She's on Jeff Lewis a lot. And she asked me to be on her show. And I asked her if I could take her video of me and put it on Patreon. And she said, absolutely.
So this week on Patreon, your podcast with, what's her name? Anna?
Anna.
From the Miami Real Housewives.
Yes.
And what did you guys talk about?
They just want to know a lot about the Shannon Bedore, like when I got in fights with people, like, you know, state my case. And it was like a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
Stating my case on the Housewives. And they said that I should be on Traders and you know, things like that. We talked about the not Julie, but Brandy Glanville, and you know, talking about that lawsuit. And she said that Caroline Manzo's still going on. That, I mean, there's so much to talk about. I mean, I really want you guys to watch it. There's a lot. I mean, it was on for a while. I don't know how they're going to cut it, but Pat, the producer, told me a lot about it and stuff. So it's pretty good.
Well, it sounds entertaining. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
I want to read a couple of viewer mails. One is from Tina. Hi, I watch the Rick and Kelly show on YouTube every day. Y'all are the equivalent, my equivalent of Good Morning America, only entertaining. With that said, I was watching today, February 11th, and during the conversation about the Eagles cornerback, you mentioned he is from Houston. He's actually from Channelview, a small city on the outskirts of Houston. Needless to say, he is beloved and admired by all of us in Houston and surrounding areas. Anyway, a remark was made that Houston is dirty.
Oh, by me?
Yes. And hot.
There are parts. I like Houston. I like right by Rice University, where my ex-in-laws lived. The Woodlands is nice. But for most part, Houston is flat.
Yes.
There's like all of a sudden there's houses and then buildings at other places. It's I mean, I'm sure there's pretty parts of Houston, but
I've enjoyed Houston. Let me read you the rest. True to the hot remark, but as a native Houstonian, this is not a dirty city. As a world traveler, having lived in and visited 19 countries, I can with
Okay.
experience state that we are not a dirty city. As a regular viewer, my feelings were really hurt by that remark.
Oh.
Apologies to Tina. We didn't mean to hurt your feelings. Going forward, could some consideration be taken when referring to other places where your viewers may live? By the way, I watched the entire Phone Gate show. It was fun tracking it down. Thank goodness for those of us who watch every day.
That was like when Vicky Gunvalson on the show said that Oklahoma is like a horrible place to live.
Yeah.
People from Oklahoma went nuts on her.
Well, we were just talking to David Harris Jr. on the phone, whose show follows mine on Newsmax too. Remember, he was saying Oklahoma's either really hot or really cold.
Yeah.
It rains a lot, and he didn't. But he has a big, beautiful house there. He lives there.
I guess because Michael is from Houston. I mean, he's from England, but he
That
grew
makes
up.
you like it less.
I think that's probably what it is. But no, listen. I mean, I like the Galleria is nice.
gonna
There's
say.
nice areas to Houston, and there's cool restaurants. And it is an international city. It's energy. There's there's a lot of jobs. There's oil and gas and electricity and all those good things. And people, it's an international city. People live there for all around. I just can't stand the heat.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of things I don't like. A lot of things. I'm from Phoenix. I'm from Phoenix. There's a lot of things I don't like about Phoenix. I
Yeah.
think Phoenix has kind of gotten really run down. It's gotten really dirty, but I love it. It's my home.
Well, I think Houston was the only place where I went to the wrong airport to fly back to New York.
And by the way, that Houston airport's like Atlanta. It's humongous.
Well, there's two of them. There's and then the other one, which I forget the name.
I don't know. I only been that one big, humongous one.
I have
Like
one
not
more.
like Dallas where they have two, like the three. Dallas has like so many airports.
New York has three.
Yeah, I know, but that's
Three
New
big
York.
ones.
Mhm.
I have another email you're going to love from MCH92 about the laundromat. You asked about, you were talking about the washing machine and the dryer.
Yeah.
A Dexter T1200 is about $20,000. That's the washing machine.
Shut up.
A dryer is about 10 grand. My parents have laundromats. I manage one of them. We got 3 T1200s and 4 T50 stack dryers with a 40% discount for about $80,000.
Shut. I am so glad she wrote that. I didn't even read the comments today.
Can you imagine? The washing machine is 20 grand.
Well, so each wash is $11.
Yeah.
So how many washes to make up for that 80 grand? They always say laundromats are the best thing to invest in.
Like a 2,000 washes you'll be making a profit after the on the 2,000th wash. But there's wear and tear. I don't know. Takes a while, I would think. How
And
many
then the
times a day do you think it's used?
Dude, it was so like backwards that they're still using quarters.
I know. Well, someone wrote in and said something about, cards, and we had cards at the laundry room in New York with the apartment building I lived in. You had like a card, you put money on it and you stick it in. But I guess there are still some laundromats that are old school and only take like the one you were in.
Yeah.
And they sell you the quarters and you put the quarters in and then they just rebag them and I guess sell them to other people.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. How were the cleaning ladies at that Huntington Beach house?
We had a new team in here today. This is the first time since, basically since we moved in that we actually had it thoroughly clean. And I got to tell you, I really liked them. It was a 3-person.
They're better than the 2 girls that came in that missed the bathroom.
I'm not gonna talk smack about them.
I'm not. I'm just saying they missed one bathroom. I'm just saying who's better? I'm not there.
They were thorough today.
You know what? What Sandra Cook said?
What?
The first cleaning is always the best cleaning.
It's so true. It's so true. They're showing off. They're trying to get the best job they can.
The first cleaning is always the best cleaning.
Yeah, that's so funny. And I believe it. I believe that. I will say they were careful. They were considerate. They did a great job. Great job. I gave them an A+ just based on what I inspected. It's more I want to go look at downstairs, but got the dust and the dirt and did all the bathrooms, and they straightened stuff up. I always like that when they, organize and make a messy area look less messy. They did
Right.
that. They did
Yeah.
that. There was a guy in the crew, and he had headphones on. He was the vacuum dude. So he was like all over the house vacuuming with his headphones on. And then two ladies.
Oh, wow.
So I like them. I want them to come back, and let's see if the second one's as good as the first.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
I have a hot
There's so
top.
much. They get a lot of the dust out.
In all fairness, I haven't been all the way downstairs yet.
Okay.
But I'll let you know. I think it will, no matter what, it's better than it was.
Okay, good.
It was.
Oh, great.
I have a hot topic for you.
Hot topic.
You sent it to me. I had read this in the Post a couple days ago about Kid Rock storming off stage and
Big cock. Hate that guy.
Well, maybe this is a good time to remind people what happened to us at the Kentucky Derby.
Oh yeah, tell him.
When we were in one of the VIP areas that we basically snuck into, and there was Kid Rock, and I had met him at the Derby, at a party, a pre-Derby party, 5 years ago at least, when I was still at Fox News. And he saw me and he called me over. He recognized me. He was a big Fox fan. And he called me over and he just started talking to me about stuff that was going on, the wars and all this other stuff. And he just was zeroed in on me for I want to say 10 or 15 minutes, like a long one-on-one conversation. He was totally cool. And people were coming up trying to get pictures and autographs, whatever. And he was just holding them off because he just was talking to me. And I thought it was really cool. I really liked him. So fast forward, we're at the Derby last year. And we wind up there and we see Kid Rock. And he's in an area now where we can't go. They won't let us pass the glass doors out to the seats where he was. I just wanted to say hi. And so I asked the security guy to go ask if he would come, we could say hi to him. And the guy comes back and says, he's dismissed us. He was like, yeah, he doesn't have time, or he doesn't have time right now, or something like that. Right?
No, we were standing outside. He was pointing at us.
The first time.
Ooh, what the heck was that? That scared me.
Oh, when he was pointing at us from his seat?
Yeah. What? He was going like this, yelling at us. And we're like, what? And then we're like, we turned around like what? And then he walked out. He was yelling at us.
Yeah, so he left that area and was coming back, I think. Maybe went to the bathroom or something. He's coming back and he goes, I don't want any pictures or something like that, yelling at us. I was like, I didn't even get a chance to say hi. I thought we were pals.
Yeah.
So anyway, Kid Rock was performing in Nashville over the weekend. He was there as a special guest of the 63rd birthday party for Bon Jovi founding member and keyboardist David Bryan at JBJ's Nashville, which is owned by John Bon Jovi. So Rock came on stage. He joined the band, which featured Bryan on the keyboard, and they performed a cover of Creedence Clearwater Revival's Proud Mary, but he stopped midway through because he didn't think people were clapping enough. He said, hey, stop. If you ain't going to clap, we ain't going to sing. That's how it's going to work. And he started clapping his hands over his head, showing the audience how he wanted them to participate. Then he resumed the performance. Some audience members clapped along, but the amount of crowd participation seemingly wasn't up to par for Rock, who cut off the song again, saying, you know what? F y'all. You ain't going to clap. I'm gone. And he left.
What a little biatch. Seriously, the guy's this skinny. He looks like he's a little twerp, okay, in real life. The guy's a little, I was going to say something bad, but I won't say it here because it's a family program. But he is, you know what?
What?
Those fans are his boss. They're the ones who are paying for that. You just do your job, sing, and then, that's what people are here to listen to. They're not here to do monkey and pony show, clap. If I want to clap, I'll clap, but if I want to. You're not, obviously you suck.
I'll clap if I want to.
Tell me what to do. I'm paying you.
That. Yeah, exactly. They are paying to be there.
Yeah.
You're
paying. You can't just stop in the middle of a thing and go, oh, F y'all. Like, who do you think you are? I told you guys he's a punk.
I think,
He's a punk.
he's a big deal, and apparently thought they should be more excited about him being there.
He sucks. He's so 1990. Give it up already.
I'm still a Kid Rock fan.
I'm not.
But I would like to discuss this with him. In fact, I'm inviting Kid Rock to come on our show and
Okay.
talk to us about all this controversy. I'm extending an open invitation. I would really like him to discuss.
Get your staff to get on it.
I'm going to get my staff on it right away.
Okay.
I know he's neighbors with Peter Ducey, the Fox News White House correspondent. They have homes. Well, his parents, Steve Ducey, they have a house down. I think it's in Jupiter, like right down the street from Kid Rock's place.
Oh, wow.
I'm sure he has multiple homes, but that's one of them. And I have an in the news item for you now.
Okay, what is it? In the news.
What is it? It's an expose of FEMA's sickening history of misspending billions of taxpayers' dollars and largely going unchecked. Does that sound interesting or no?
It just seems like that whole Biden administration is a bunch of crooks just taking money from taxpayers and redistributing. And that's why I have a problem with the Democratic Party, is because they do redistribution of wealth. I don't like it. It doesn't work. And why should I be working my butt off to be, listen, I believe in a hand up and not a hand out. Unless you are old or you can't work anymore, or there's certain things, right? Or you're mentally handicapped, things like that. Then we should be taking care of those people. Or veterans, yeah. But you know what? Misspending, redistribution of wealth, it's just a bunch of BS. That's the problem I have with the Democratic Party.
Okay. I would just like to add to that, though, that I think Republicans are also guilty of overspending historically. I think this has been going on for a long time in Washington, no matter who's in the White House, particularly bad over the last 4 years. I totally agree with that. But the $800 toilet seats that the Pentagon was buying back in the 80s. There are countless examples of money being misspent by the feds because there's basically been no oversight. And now for the first time, you have Donald Trump bringing Elon Musk in and his team to actually look at the numbers and figure out where most of the waste is coming from. This is revolutionary, don't you think?
That's what Tony said.
Yeah.
Tony said the same thing. He just said the same thing. He was just talking. Hold on. We were just talking about this.
It is so long overdue.
He said this hasn't been going. They haven't checked into this in 20 years.
Yeah.
He said.
Yeah.
They haven't not done any of the. You know why? He says because there's no business people running the country. Hold on, Tony. Tony and I were just talking about this. Tell our smashers about how we had that conversation about how they were doing overspending for 20 years. That now Elon Musk is a businessman taking care of business.
But the conversation in the car was you just kind of go back to voting based on policy versus voting based on emotion, right? I don't care what the guy looks like. I'm not dating him. It doesn't matter to me. Yeah. I care about his policies, and that's what matters. That's what affects us. That's what affects your electric bill. That's what affects your bread, your groceries, all your bills, your gas prices, insurance. And I love Dodge. This is an audit that should have happened 50 years ago, and it should be every single year.
Yeah. I was just saying the same thing.
So afraid?
We're on the same page. There've been no oversight. They're spending freely on garbage and nonsense and not with no checks and balances.
None. And by the way, so Musk says he's going to get $600 billion. I looked up how much did the U.S. Treasury take into personal income tax, federal taxes paid by citizens, for people that pay taxes? $2.2 billion in 2023. If he gets $600 billion that he finds, that's 25% of what people pay in taxes.
Yeah.
Think about lowering your taxes for 25%, or medical insurance for people, taking care of your country. There's a million things you can do with that money other than sending, woke ideology to the Middle East.
Well,
you know what I mean? Who cares?
Wait.
FEMA.
Okay, go ahead. But can you turn that TV off for me? Thanks. But look how hot she looks.
Oh, where are you going?
She's got a date tonight.
Dinner date.
She's got another dinner date. Dude.
FEMA approved the grant.
She gets more ass than a toilet seat, that girl.
Oh my God. I want to let our viewers know it's not always easy to do this from two places, because there is a delay between when I say something and Kelly hears it, when Kelly says something and I hear it, and then trying to get a word in sometimes can be
Edgewise?
because of that delay. So I do the same thing on Newsmax every day. It's a similar situation. But FEMA approved a grant of $1.1 billion when it was only supported by a single piece of paper with no itemized costs. And they still said, yep, sure, no problem. 1.1 billion that they handed out on a single piece of paper. There are $8 billion in expenses during COVID that they're not sure were okay, that they are missing paperwork on or they think might be questionable. Costs that have yet to be determined allowable, according to the report. A total of like $20 billion.
Wow.
So anyway, things are changing. That was the subject of my monologue, how things are changing.
I know. I heard it. It was really good. Your monologue was awesome, on point. Talking about how they're giving all these illegal aliens cards and food and shelter and all these things, and they're not taking care of our own people here. I mean, just go to LA and see just the disaster that is going on.
Yeah, it's bad in major cities, but things are changing now. Okay, well, let's call it. You guys, you can get back to your dinner, and I'm going to get back to editing and then handling some of our business.
Okay, business.
Yeah.
A hard worker.
Yeah. I miss you, honey.
I miss you too, sweetie. I love you so much.
I love you too. Have a great day, a great night.
All right, everybody, have a smash-tastic Wednesday. Was it Wednesday?
Yeah, Wednesday, tomorrow. Well, today is Wednesday. Recording on Tuesday
Happy
night.
hump day.
Yeah. I'll see you soon, babe.
All right. Love you all.